worst left-wing attacks on moms in America comes from its refusal to fight crime. By now you have seen these follow-home robberies. Many of them target women. And these thugs are enabled by Soros-funded district attorneys who refuse to prosecute these criminals, so they remain free, enabled to wreak havoc on society.
I got out the car. That's when he pointed the gun to my head, and I was like this.
And he told me, "Don't look at me, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you." And he hit me with a gun on my face. And then I tried to take my watch, my Rolex, to take this out, to put it on the side. You don't see that. And then he see this and he punched me again. He gonna tell me, "I'm gonna kill you, don't look around it." He took everything.
This is happening all across the country. The reality is many of these goons are here illegally. Joe Biden has decided he wants to import poverty and crime through open borders. Nowhere is this being felt more than in Arizona. See, in that state, well, any state really, the Constitution allows for the governor, Republican Doug Ducey, to declare an invasion on the southern border. Governor Abbott in Texas is considering doing it. It allows local law enforcement to then enforce immigration policy and deport illegals without federal oversight. Right now, the governor in Arizona refuses to do it. When in my mind, it's the only choice left if Team Biden is going to refuse to protect our borders. This is about border security. Here to weigh in with his thoughts on what Governor Ducey should do, former prosecutor in the Maricopa County District Attorney's Office, U.S. Army Reserve Captain, and candidate for Arizona Attorney General, Abe Hamadeh is with us. Abraham, welcome.
Thank you, Grant. Good to be with you.
So what do you think of this idea of declaring an invasion?
Well, you know, what's funny is that today the left-wing media here in Arizona just decided to say Republicans calling it an invasion is actually a white supremacist, talking point. So this is what the left-wing media is thinking of Republicans like us. But it obviously is an invasion. I mean, when you're looking at what's happening down at the border, it's 150 countries pouring across. And the cartels, they're getting emboldened. They know the laws better than we do. I mean, the cartels now, they've instructed illegal immigrants to actually be more aggressive with law enforcement. That's what they're doing. So there was an attack on our law enforcement where they were threatening to slice his throat open. So this is where, the media, the left-wing media likes to make it seem these are just poor migrants coming across. That's just not the case. So it's obviously an invasion. And you're exactly right. We need to get creative with new solutions because the federal government is not here to help. And finally, states have sovereignty. And we got to protect our borders. And we got to designate the cartels as a terrorist organization that they are.
Abraham, let me play a clip from you from Kari Lake. She was on the program this week. This is the Trump-endorsed candidate in the Republican primary to oust Governor Ducey. That's her goal, anyway. Let me play a clip from her about what she said about declaring an invasion.
I would declare an invasion on our border. I can't believe it's shocking he hasn't done that yet. He's asked our AG if it is an invasion, but all you have to do is make a couple of trips down there to understand it is totally an invasion at our border, that the cartels have operational control of our border, and that they are funneling in what I believe is a weapon of mass destruction, fentanyl.
All right, Abraham Hamadeh, you're running for Attorney General. Kari Lake was governor, and she asked you your opinion. Are you within the rights? Is she within her rights as governor to declare an invasion? Your response would be what?
Absolutely. And the current attorney general did classify it as an invasion. But that's what it means. We need a good governor as well. This is all hands on deck. We need America First candidates from the bottom on up. I mean, school board candidates now matter. And you're looking at, you talked about the district attorney races that George Soros has infiltrated. Every single, the radical left has infiltrated every single aspect of our lives. And you're seeing the lawlessness isn't just at the border, but it's in our cities. Because ultimately, George Soros, he's very smart. He realizes that the law is just text on a piece of paper without enforcement. But no, I commend Kari Lake for saying that she will actually take action and make it an invasion. As Attorney General, that's exactly what I would do. And I would encourage the governor to use their State War Powers Act under Article 1, Section 10.
All right, so in your state, Arizona, like most states, big cities often go very liberal. What can the Attorney General's office do to rein in crime where you have liberal district attorneys that for some reason don't want to prosecute?
Exactly. And right here in Arizona, in Pima County, which is, to the home of Tucson, we do have a George Soros-funded prosecutor who is put in there, and they're refusing to enforce the crimes. And Maricopa County, one of the biggest counties in the entire country, the third biggest, right now there is an open race that George Soros is going to pour money into. What I've called upon is the legislature to empower the AG's office and the Attorney General to actually go in and take over these criminal cases that these radical leftists are not prosecuting. They just did this last year with organized retail theft. Grant, you probably remember all the smash and grabs that they do, when they break into these stores and rush in and rush out. So many of the county attorneys are refusing to prosecute them. And a lot of the police departments are so short-staffed. And that's, all of it, we're trying to talk about that we're at war right now. We just haven't realized it. I mean, this is an ideological war, but they're winning. And if you're seeing what they're doing to police officers, what's worse than just the defund the police movement, Grant, is that they've demoralized them. We have a shortage of about 1,000 police officers right here in Phoenix, Arizona. So it really requires an attorney general to always have the backs of law enforcement and to get tough on crime and restore law and order.
And ultimately, that's going to be a huge benefit for the public, who are really afraid right now all across this country because of out-of-control crime, thanks to Democrat policies. Abe Hamadeh, good luck in your race for Attorney General there in Arizona. We appreciate you coming on the program tonight.
Thank you, Grant. Appreciate it.
All right, you got it. So earlier this week, we aired a controversial segment, to say the least. This one